Howdy y'all, it's me. I'm back, and so very soon. I know all y'all real ones saw my last video. Don't worry, I did indeed work 8 days in a row. We're sitting here on my 1 day off, and then I'm gonna work 6 days in a row, and then kind of restart the process. But while I have 10 seconds of free time, my new hobby now apparently is YouTube. And if anyone has seen, no one has seen that vinyl rack is empty because I'm about to go over the vinyl I own as just a further diary entry here. Little inlet into my life. None of these, though, are a recommendation by any means. If anything, it's a cautionary tale of what not to get. But here is what I enjoy and what I happen to own on vinyl. To avoid complete chaos, obviously, I've grouped each artist together and sort of put some similar ones together. And I'm going to try to go through it so this doesn't last 30 minutes. Anyway, starting off strong, in my top 2 favorite artists of all time, Computer Magic. It's an EP. It's titled Electronic Fences. A little rare, I believe. I think it's like 1 of 500. Found this on eBay for a pretty good price. Absolutely adore this. Also from her moving into when it's COVID and you don't know what to get your employee for their birthday, my boss got me her other EP, Obscure But Visible, on vinyl, and also extra stuff. Love this girl. Just recently, I picked up myself her other album, Davos, from her site, and it had just one of them. This one had just went out of print recently, so I had to get it on eBay. Her more recent release, The Absurdity of Human Existence. Next up, another favorite band of mine. For any of y'all listen to them on TikTok, I was in 2017 or something. I'm gatekeeping. Listening to TV Girl. So I have French Exit, probably my number 1 favorite album, Who Really Cares? Lots of theme here. Death of a Party Girl, which another non-humble brag. This sold out. This I got for free from his Bandcamp. It was buy a t-shirt, get the vinyl free, because at the time, ain't nobody listening to TV Girl except me. Just me, I swear. Just kidding. Anyway, have that, love it. It's back in, it's in its second pressing now, so you can pick it up. Anyway, Grapes Upon the Vine, highly underrated, love it. Another peer of Mr. TV Girl is Get a Life, the album, Get a Job. Great one. Also have that on cassette if you're wondering. Circa Blood, 1000 Palms. This album is very special to me that I would love to talk about it in a separate video of criminally underrated albums. Also by them, I've got Snowdonia. Then I have Mickey Mouse Operation by Little People, classic Pandora album if you used Pandora back in the day. Also, when Unk was on MySpace, I loved Dntel, and I have The Seas, Trees, Sea, which is a very cool ambient album, but I also have Away, which I really, really love, of like one of his more recent projects, it's just a pretty, it's a very clever, cute album. It's not cute at all, but to me it's cute. Next up, if you are 20 to 30 years old and you got a vinyl record player, I'd like to believe we all have Fleet Fox's album, over here because how could you not? It's just called Fleet Foxes, apparently. Some of them you'll have to forgive me. I might forget the album name. It's not that I'm a fake fan. It's that my memory is like Swiss cheese sometimes. Anyway, very cool, of course. Next up, bunch of albums by an artist I really, really like. It is Mr. Damien Jurado. I have Caught in the Trees, first album I ever heard from him and really liked. I literally just found out about him back in the day. Someone posted this on their Instagram and I was like, what a cool photo. Let me look that up. And then I heard, I want to say it was Caskets. I don't know. And I was just like, I love this guy. So in more recent times though, I've got into more of his music and I have acquired Brothers and Sisters of the Eternal Sun, In the Shape of a Storm, What's New, Tomboy, The Monster Who Hated Pennsylvania. My absolute favorite of his is Ragge Film Star. I love this album. Doesn't mean it's good though. It's good in my world, but incredible. And then I have also got Sometimes You Hurt the Ones You Hate. Any of his recent releases past this I've been a little less into. Still, this guy is an OG. Moving on, if you were wondering who's the other artist in my top two besides Computer Magic, it is Alexz Johnson, Canadian singer. I gotta specify that she's Canadian so you can look her up and find her. Anyway, got her album Let 'Em Eat Cake, which is like, I think this is from like 2014. I don't know if she had any prior releases on vinyl. I don't think so, because it's like, how is this one of the only vinyls I have of hers? Anyway, yeah, in my top two. Probably my number one favorite artist of all time. So I have Let 'Em Eat Cake. And then I have got Stranger Time, more recent one, Seasons. Next up, heading over to the UK, Bombay Bicycle Club, another favorite band. I don't think I'd have a vinyl if it wasn't a fave. So I just picked this up. It's still in the plastic. Some of them are still in the plastic because I'm like, let me leave the plastic on. That'll protect it. I don't know if that's weird. Anyway, this might be my favorite of theirs. Maybe. It's very hard to decide. Different kind of fix. Then we've got So Long, See You Tomorrow. Very fun album. Then, of course, Everything Else Has Gone Wrong. And My Big Day. They truly have no bad album. Another fave, moving on to Faded Paper Figures. I have its EP, Chronos, amazing. I could realistically say this EP changed my life. This was honestly the first vinyl I ever bought, and I didn't even have a record player yet, but it was on some like funny sale of literally being like $2 on their site. So I was like, how could I not get it? And I think it was like 1,000 released. Anyway, pick this up. The one song, Fatherlight, has a little excerpt of like spoken word poem from Robert Bly, which heard that in 2017 or whatever. One of my favorite authors now. I have several of his books of poetry. You know, it's funny how music can do that. Kairos, by them as well. Thought I had more. I don't. Fallen by Evanescence. Definitely one of my fave albums in 2004. Would I have felt the need to buy this on vinyl if I hadn't found it in the clearance section of Target? Probably not. But still, one of my favorite childhood albums. Then I have Isles by Wild Bell. Very cool. Reggae album, sort of. Another one. Couple artists here. If you got a record player, you're my age, here's what you have. Mr. Bon Iver, of course. It's For Emma, Forever Ago. Lovely. Then you also will find yourself with a copy of Currents by Tame Impala. And if you kept up with him, you're also gonna have the Slow Rush, like me. Then I have another kind of indie band, the 1 a.m. Radio, Heaven is Attached by a Slender Thread. Lovely. I also have of his, this album is just like so aesthetically cool. It's The Hum of the Electric Air. Literally, I love to say literally. One of the songs is titled, I think this is my exit. I really like this. Yacht with, what was this called? This is called Chain Trippin'. That's what I thought it was called. By them. Their most recent release. Then part of their crew, Bobby Birdman. I love Bobby Birdman. If your girl is not out here listening to Bobby Birdman, dump her right now. I don't know why, but yeah, anyway, New Moods. I don't know if he has anything else on vinyl. Probably not. If he did, I'd own it. Then, I swear also I listen to Mitski before other people. I don't know. Before 2020, so I don't know. Anyway, but a little boring pick. My favorite of hers is Be the Cowboy. Then I've got Laurel Hell. And of course, I've got The Land is Inhospitable. And so are we, because they had it in Target. How could I not support my girl and buy it? Another totally unknown as far as I know, but incredible album. I could do easily a whole video on artists I don't know or remotely mainstream. Maybe they are, I don't know. Canon Blue, and this album is called Lasso Yo. I can't say enough good about this. It's amazing. And also by him I have Rum Springa, which is older. Should have mentioned this first, but whatever. Should speed up. Here we've got Moving Spectrums, album by Arvois Simone. If anyone has their debut album on vinyl, let me know. I have a search for it on eBay, but can't seem to find it for under $300. Then another fave from 2020, I've got Petals for Armor by Hayley Williams. Still have it in the plastic because it was hard to find this from the final stretch now, coming around the bend. I don't think I'd be just a girl without at least owning a couple Taylor Swift vinyls, right? But what I have here is arguably her best two albums, in my opinion. I've got Folklore and Evermore. Love Our Girl. No tea, no shade here. Please do not attack me. That's just all I've got. That's all I probably will have. Moving on. Some artists are so monumental in my world that I cannot mention them without a moment of silence. So, next up is Francis and the Lights, A Modern Promise. Does he have any other thing else on vinyl? Probably not. But this man is everything. Then I've got The Loneliest Girl by Princess Chelsea. Also by her, Everything Is Going to Be Alright. Then moving a little country again, Casey Musgraves, Star-Crossed, my fave by her. Then, thank you clearance section of Target, I found Deeper Well. I like this, but not as much as Star-Crossed. I could have been saying where I got these all along, because of course I remember, and of course that's interesting to me. This is from Goodwill. And you know what it had on it? A clearance sticker from Target. Because no one wanted it except me. This was still in Target though. 75% off. I like it though. Anyway, I have Caroline Polachek, Desire, I Want to Turn Into You. Hot take, I think she might be Air Generation's Imogen Heap. But I don't know. Then I've got Lucy Rose, like I used to. Okay, moving into Bad Bad Hats, band I like a whole lot. I have a few here. This one, then Psychic Reader, Lightning Round, Walkman, and of course, Flower album and or self-titled album, which is signed by Carrie, and met her about a year ago. Love those guys. Alt J, Relaxer, super cool, IMO. Then I have The Dream by them as well. And ooh, what do I want to end this on? Okay, I got a couple meme albums, sort of. Thanks to Urban Outfitters. I love Urban Outfitters because they are exclusively pressing things on vinyl that are just like extremely hilarious to exist on vinyl. So they had V by Vanessa Hudgens. And when I saw this in the store, I laughed. Because it was hilarious. Great album, great trash pop album. Also from there, Autobiography by Ashley Simpson. Don't get me started on her or on this. You are not ready for my take on this yet. Then, coming on the conclusion here, somehow, I call myself a hipster and I only have one Mac DeMarco album. It's This Old Dog. Then, very difficult to find on eBay was Sales debut album. Finally found it though. Then, sort of an anticlimactic conclusion I just got in the mail yesterday is Spirituals by Santa Gold. Criminally underrated artist and album. So that's it. That's my vinyl collection. Thank you, all three of you, for watching. Comment below if you would like a tour of my CD collection, but I must warn you, Grandma has a lot of CDs, so that video may or may not be 1 hour long.